This is the real story behind Cenat's I Quit video and why it doesn't mean what you think it means. On January 13th, 2026, the world's most subscribed Twitch streamer uploaded a 23-minute video with possibly the most clickbait title of his entire career. The internet immediately assumed Cenat was done, that the biggest streamer on the planet was walking away from everything he built. That assumption turned out to be completely wrong. What's actually going on is way more interesting than a simple retirement announcement. We're going to break down what Kai actually said, why he's been gone since September, and what this means for the future of the guy who literally changed streaming forever. Here's what actually happened when Kai dropped that video on January 13th, 2026. The title said, "I quit," and if you only saw the thumbnail, you'd assume he was finished, done, the mic, forever. But here's the thing. If you actually watch the whole 23 minutes, you'd realize pretty quickly that he's not quitting streaming, not quitting YouTube, and not retiring. What he announced he's quitting is overthinking, self-doubt, and staying stuck in his own head. His exact words were, "I quit thinking in my head of the goals I want to achieve and not pursuing them because I'm known for one thing and super scared of stepping out of that box to try new things." The video centers on him expanding beyond streaming, and it includes two major announcements. First, a luxury clothing brand called Vivet, which means will live in Latin. Second, a new documentary-style YouTube channel called Kai's Mind. Emotional footage with his mom fills parts of the video, along with scenes from Italy where he learned garment construction working alongside celebrity stylist Law Roach. This isn't influencer merch we're talking about. This is legitimate fashion. And that's when we need to ask why everyone jumped to retirement rumors. Part of it comes from the title, obviously, but the day before, one of his AMP group mates stirred things up. Your Age went on stream and told his audience, quote, "Gang, how do I tell you? He retired from streaming. He's done. He's a star now. He's going to be in movies." People were already primed to expect the worst before Kai ever uploaded anything. To understand why this video mattered so much, you have to understand just how dominant Cenat became in streaming. January 13th, 2018 marks the date of his first YouTube video, which means the I Quit video dropped exactly 8 years to the day after he started. Born December 16th, 2001 inches, Brooklyn, Kai grew up with a mother from Trinidad and Tobago and a father from Haiti. A twin sister named Kaya and two brothers completed the family. Frederick Douglass Academy graduated him in 2019, and he briefly attended SUNY Morrisville for business administration before dropping out in 2020 to pursue content full-time. That same year, Farnham discovered him and brought him into the AMP Collective, which stands for Any Means Possible. February 2021 changed everything when Kai started streaming on Twitch. And this is where the numbers stop making sense. His first month alone took him from 5,000 followers to 70,000, and the growth never slowed down. October 2022 brought him Streamer of the Year at the Streamy Awards. 4 months later, during his first Mafiathon in February 2023, he shattered the all-time Twitch subscriber record with 306,621 subscribers, demolishing Ludwig's previous record. The celebrity streams came next and kept escalating. Drake showed up, Kevin Hart showed up, Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott, 21 Savage, Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, SZA, Kim Kardashian, and Serena Williams all appeared on his channel. December 2023 brought Nicki Minaj onto his stream, and what happened broke Twitch's viewership record when 348,593 people tuned in simultaneously. Nicki told him during that stream, "You have created a dope lane for yourself." She wasn't wrong about that. February 2024 marked another first when Nike signed him, making Kai the first streamer the company ever partnered with. September 2025 brought his addition to Fortnite's Icon series, and McDonald's featured him in their Chicken Big Mac promotion. The guy wasn't just a streamer anymore. And on top of all that, he literally changed how Gen Z talks. Oxford named Riz their word of the year in 2023, and Kai popularized it along with Guyet and phantom tax. Let's talk statistics for a second, because Kai's numbers are genuinely hard to comprehend, even when you see them written out. 20 million followers on Twitch. That milestone, which he hit in November 2025, made him the first streamer in history to reach it. His all-time peak subscribers during Mafiathon 3 inches September 2025 reached 1,112,947. Nobody had ever crossed 1 million before. His peak concurrent viewers during that same stream topped 1 million people watching at the exact same time. The lifetime numbers paint an even wilder picture. Over 7,200 hours streamed across 849 days, with 536 million total hours watched by viewers. YouTube tells a similar story of dominance. His main channel sits at around 7.4 million subscribers, but Cenat Live, where stream clips get uploaded, commands over 14 million subscribers and 7.65 billion total views across nearly 3,000 videos. Forbes ranked him number 24 on their top creators list for 2024, estimating his earnings at $8.5 million. The year before, he placed at number 44 with 4.7 million. Rolling Stone went even further and ranked him number 1 on their list of the 25 most influential creators in 2024. And here's where the story takes a turn that most people wouldn't expect. Kick reportedly offered him $60 million to leave Twitch. His answer was no. The explanation he gave was perfect. Say, for example, you go to Steph Curry and you're like, hey man, we want you to be a running back in the NFL. You're so good at basketball, but we want you to just leave everything behind right now. It doesn't make sense. I've been on Twitch. I've built a core community. Kick is not my home. A separate $60 million gambling sponsorship came his way too, and he turned that down as well. His reasoning stayed consistent. Not all money is good money. Some money you could take and deals you could sign that would jeopardize everything that you built up. $120 million combined, rejected by a two-year-old to protect his authenticity. Let that sink in. If you want to understand why Kai needed a break, you have to understand the Mafiathons. These subathon events push Kai to stream continuously, or nearly continuously, for an entire month. Every subscription adds time to the clock, and every single Mafiathon has topped the one before it. Mafiathon 1 ran through February 2023, peaking at 306,621 subscribers and 234,000 concurrent viewers, while accumulating 46 million hours watched. November 2024 brought Mafiathon 2, and the numbers jumped dramatically. Peak subscribers hit 728,535. Peak viewers reached 623,000, and hours watched climbed to 82.3 million. Mafiathon 3 inches, September 2025, broke everything that came before it. 1 million subscribers. Crossed for the first time in platform history. Over 960,000 people watching simultaneously. The guest list stacked with celebrities, but the moment everyone remembers came when LeBron James showed up and cut Kai's dreadlocks on stream. LeBron James cutting a Twitch streamer's hair while the world watched. That actually happened. Between 82 and 84 million hours watched accumulated over the month, and when September 30th, 2025 arrived and the stream ended, Kai went dark. The question everyone asked after the biggest streaming event of all time ended was simple. Why did Kai disappear? December 2025 brought an explanation when he posted on X about what was going on. His words: as I was very consistent in streaming, there were certain times I realized that I was losing touch of reality. I needed to take a step back and fully reset. I started to realize I wasn't even spending time with close friends and family behind the scenes as much as I wanted to. Depression isn't the issue, he clarified. The struggle came from wrestling with self-doubt about pursuing goals outside streaming. Consider what his life looked like. Non-stop grinding since 2020, going from college dropout to the biggest streamer on earth in 4 years. 3-month-long subathons where cameras captured him nearly 24/7. Expectations growing larger every single year. At some point, stepping back becomes the only alternative to burning out completely. A TMZ interview from January 15, 2026 captured his perspective on the break. Kai called it much needed and described it as a lot of fun, explaining that the time away allowed him to focus on developing his fashion brand. Another layer exists to this whole situation that we need to address, because while Kai stayed on his break, some behind the scenes tension with Twitch spilled into public view. Mafiathon 3 included a moment when Twitch CEO Dan Clancy apparently told Kai he belonged on his personal Mount Rushmore of streamers. That sounds great on the surface. What happened next changed the dynamic. Clancy appeared on Miskiff's stream and seemed to suggest he only included Kai because he asked. Kai saw this, and his reaction was not positive. The December 2025 Streamer Awards provided the setting for a direct confrontation, and Kai recorded the whole thing. January 14th, 2026. One day after his I Quit video dropped, brought the footage to the public with a caption that read, "No accountability." The streaming community split over how to interpret what happened. Miskiff defended Clancy, arguing that Kai watched an edited clip and that Clancy actually praised Kai as one of the greatest of all time. He labeled Kai's response insecure and added, "Brother can read 20 minutes of a book but not watch a VOD for 3 minutes." XQC dismissed the whole I Quit video as attention seeking, arguing that creators who truly quit don't announce it. Kick recognized an opportunity when they saw one. After the confrontation went viral, Kick co-owner Andrew Santamaria tweeted, "Say when, no dancing here, sir. Time to get treated like an adult." The vultures were circling around the biggest name in streaming. While we're covering controversies, one incident nearly derailed everything Kai built. August 4th, 2023 brought an unpermitted PlayStation 5 giveaway announcement for Manhattan's Union Square. A few hundred people showing up would have been reasonable to expect. Over 2,000 arrived instead. The event spiraled into a full-scale riot that forced the NYPD to activate their highest emergency response level. 65 arrests followed. 7 people sustained injuries. Kai himself ended up in handcuffs. Mayor Eric Adams addressed the situation publicly. Children cannot be raised by social media. That moment represented a genuine low point, with serious legal consequences and widespread criticism coming at Kai from every direction. May 2024 brought resolution when charges were dropped after Kai paid $57,000 in restitution and issued a public apology. The lesson landed. He moved forward. 6 months later, subscriber records were falling again. Here's where everything stands right now. Cenat hasn't quit streaming, hasn't retired, and hasn't walked away from content creation. An extended break that started after Mafiathon 3 in September 2025 continues as of this recording. His active Twitch subscriber count dropped from over 1 million to around 46,000, which is exactly what happens when someone doesn't stream for months. 20 million followers remain on the platform, waiting for his return. Vivet, his clothing brand, commands his focus right now. The website went live. 3 months in Italy learning garment construction preceded this moment. Everything about this project signals a passion project rather than a cash grab. His new YouTube channel, Kai's Mind, also continues operating with more personal, documentary-style content, filling the uploads. Hints about a streaming return have surfaced here and there. Streamer University potentially coming back in 2026 got mentioned. Film and acting projects seem possible given his collaborations with Kevin Hart and Drewski. Nothing concrete exists yet. The reality is straightforward. Kai built something so massive that breaks become possible whenever he wants them, with millions of fans ready to tune back in the moment he returns. The panic that followed I Quit makes sense when you consider who uploaded it. Cenat stands as one of the most important figures in streaming history. Records that seemed unbreakable fell to him repeatedly. Mainstream celebrities entered Twitch through his channel in ways nobody else managed. Culture shifted because of him. Literally, with words he popularized entering everyday vocabulary. 24 years old, and he looked at 60 million from Kick and 60 million from gambling sponsors and rejected both offers. His understanding that some things carry more value than money drove those decisions. When he announces he's quitting overthinking and self-doubt, when he talks about pushing himself into fashion and film and territories beyond streaming, that doesn't sound like a retirement announcement. That sounds like a guy who dominated one lane and feels ready to try others. Twitch will see him again eventually, and more records will probably fall when that happens. Right now, Kai Cenat is doing something a lot of creators never figure out how to do. Stepping back before burnout hits, investing in himself, and building something that doesn't require a million hours on camera. The I Quit video wasn't about quitting at all. Growing was the point. That might be the most impressive thing he's done yet.